As you all probably know, Destiny 2's latest expansion Renegades released last week. Should hopefully be about a week to the day of this video coming out. And in that time, I gave the expansion a try. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Timbo, you are a massive hypocrite. All you YouTubers are the same. You complain about Destiny all day long, only to play it anyway, farm it for content, and the Stockholm Syndrome cycle continues forever. That would be true. If I said I would never play this game again for the rest of my life, then proceed to glaze Renegades in this video and make tons of content on it thereafter. All of which is not going to happen. I see what they're doing here. They're putting like the classical nostalgic Destiny music and then mixing it with the Star Wars. They're trying to trick me. It's a trap. That is a bit of a spoiler for how this video is going to go, but I think it's important that I state that right off the rip. Despite not considering myself to be a Destiny YouTuber, I'm aware a lot of you guys are Destiny players and enjoy my Destiny content. Everything I've said in the past is still true. I've played every Destiny expansion from vanilla all the way to the final shape. I was shocked to hear Bungie was going to continue with Destiny 2 instead of making a sequel, but I liked the final shape enough to see where things would go. I played a very small amount of the first episode, so little I couldn't even tell you what it was called, and quit once I felt like it was the same season I've played a million times already, just disguised as an episode. And then the Bungie layoffs was the nail in the coffin that basically killed all the positive momentum the final shape had built. I still kept tabs on the game, watching the trailer for Edge of Fate, but thought it looked pretty lame. I was underwhelmed seeing the Fallen again, and seriously could not believe they were pushing becoming a ball as like this exciting new gameplay mechanic. But Renegades to me was more interesting, not necessarily in the sense that I wanted to play it, but more of like a morbid curiosity. While I didn't intend to make any sort of Renegades video, my last two videos, which were retrospectives on Vanilla Destiny and The Taken King, which I'll link below for you, reminded me how much I used to love this game. And I felt like I could offer a unique perspective, not only because I played Destiny 1 recently, but because I don't exclusively cover this game, playing it all day, every day. I'm coming into this as someone that hasn't played in like a year or more, and I do YouTube for fun. It's not my career. I could not even tell you what I have equipped at this point. I probably got some stupid gun, some stupid gear. What's the current power level? Someone asked Acid Cross. Ice Luna. Okay, can I do a mission? This would be so disappointing. Normally it just kicks you right into. What the hell is this? Oh, yes. Now that's a nice improvement right there. D1 to D2. I missed you, baby. Wait, I can go to the vault in game? No way. When did they add this? RIP Dim. Oh my gosh. You know, I've heard people say things about like the portal. Is that? I'm so out of the loop, I apologize. That's not to say my opinion is better than anyone else's or Destiny YouTubers are mega biased. I'm not calling anyone out. I just think someone who plays Destiny all the time and does so for a living has a different perspective than someone who only plays for fun. And at the end of the day, if you're an avid Destiny player and you've played Renegades and you really like it, then that's awesome. And I don't mean that sarcastically. Video games are art, and art is subjective. We're gonna like different things. And we need to remember, video games are meant for fun and entertainment. So if you find this to be fun, then go and play it. Play the games you think are fun. That's exactly why right after filming this, I went back to playing Silksong. But what was my experience playing Destiny 2 Renegades? Well, it was something. I sort of don't even know where to begin, to be quite honest. Obviously, your potential enjoyment of Renegades is already shaped by a few major dispositions, specifically your feelings on Star Wars, your current dedication to Destiny 2, and your general openness to large-scale gaming collaborations. If you don't like any of those things, the chances of you liking this are basically zero. There's a better chance my horrible Chicago Bulls make it out of the play-in tournament. For me, I like 2 out of these 3 things. I would say I like Star Wars. I'm a casual enjoyer of it. I've seen all the mainstream movies. I will watch a Star Wars Disney Plus series if I hear it's good. I have really loved the Fallen Order Respawn games with Cal Kestis, but nothing more than that. And as you know, I am not a stranger to Destiny. I've played it from the beginning, so my main point of skepticism regarding Renegades is the fact that these two franchises are being mashed together. I've said in other videos that I don't like collaborations in Destiny 2, but whenever I've spoken on that, my complaints are focused towards the Eververse story. I felt and still feel that those cosmetic items break the game's immersion, cheapen the Destiny universe, and muddy the essential loot chasing experience. I want to see someone at the tower with awesome loot, ask them where they got it, and have that lead to an adventure, a story where they went somewhere in the universe and defeated some foe. I don't want them to say, oh, I bought this from Tess for $15. I don't want to see a literal stormtrooper in my fire team. It is very apparent from the moment you open Renegades, they want you to spend more money. Man, I've never felt the look how they massacred my boy meme more in my life. This just depresses me, dude. My favorite game. Whatever. I still have my memories of when I loved this game, but yeah, this is just sad, man. They just charge you more and more money, and they put more and more of this stuff that isn't original content. It's just using other IP to make more money. I cannot express how much I hate this in a game like Destiny specifically. I'm sure some people are going to say I'm being dramatic and this isn't a big deal. Just don't buy it, just ignore it. I cannot ignore it. We literally have an entire expansion centered around a collab. And if you don't think the Eververse store led to this, I am sorry, but you are dense. Destiny is different from the other games that sell you cosmetic items. Destiny has a rich universe. It has its own unique lore and characters. It tells its own stories. I don't want to see other IPs in those stories. Destiny is a game about collecting loot and items, yet people just accept the fact that Bungie sells a lot of it to you because, well, every other game sells emotes. And Destiny is also not free to play, it's free to try. Destiny is like those old mobile games like Flappy Bird Lite. If you want the actual game, you have to pay. And you have to pay year after year after year. And as the years pass, that content you bought just disappears. So I know that was a bit of a rant, but I don't like this stuff. I'm not saying you can't like it, but I do not. Destiny is heavily inspired by Star Wars, always has been. Forsaken was already in many ways a Star Wars themed expansion. Inspiration like this is very common and very okay, but there is a difference between inspiration and collaboration. I want to see Dead Space 4 as much as the next guy, but if that happens and I see Isaac Clarke fighting the Xenomorph, I am out. Renegades to me is Destiny doing exactly this. So yes, I went into Renegades with low expectations, but believe me when I say, I wanted to give it a legitimate shot. I wanted to give it a genuine opportunity to prove me wrong. If I played whatever Bungie allows you to play before hitting the paywall and I was having fun, I would have bought it. And despite the microtransaction rant, I do have positive things to say about this expansion. What the? All right, I like that. I actually like that. That's kind of cool. First and foremost, the production value on this one is amazing. The cutscenes in particular are excellent. The voice acting is really good. The staging, lighting, framing, everything, it all works. I particularly love this moment that most people would probably miss, where one of the Cabal soldiers bumps his head walking into Drifter's ship. One thing that I was sort of surprised about was just how far Bungie leaned into the Star Wars theme. I was expecting this to be a little more reserved and a bit of a repeat of Forsaken, but at least from the first hour or so you get to play for free, it's nothing like Forsaken. So much so that Destiny kind of fades into the background. There are simply so many Star Wars references here, which is something you will either really enjoy or really hate. Drifter's ghost talks like R2-D2, there's a part of the mission where you fight thralls in a trash compactor, just to name a few. I think they even included a Wilhelm scream reference. Wait a second. I feel like that was a reference that I did not understand. Incredible AI. Oh, he missed. Wait, hold on. This is actually lore accurate. You can't hit a shot. Curse you, Bell.
Hey, I'm up to my chin in stasis. Are you alright?
I'm up to my chin in stasis. Wait a sec. If they got him in the Han Solo thing, bro. I swear. Oh my god, dude. They really did it. So he is Kylo Ren. After you play through the first story mission, you head over to the Tharsis Outpost, which is the new social space in Renegades. Bungie here does try some new things. Most noteworthy is the ability to talk to NPCs. This might have also been in Edge of Fate, so you can let me know in the comments. But either way, it's extremely basic. It is nothing more than reading text. You don't interact with them at all. I don't think there's any interesting dialogue choices or branching paths. It feels more like they just didn't want to voice all these characters, which is fine. Maybe they couldn't and I'm being a jerk, but the social space in general is unbelievably dead. Kind of like another game you may remember. Visually, this place is pretty cool. You know, if you like the Star Wars thing, I actually think that a location like this could fit within the Destiny universe for sure, but like, there's just nothing going on. This, no way. Wait, hold on a second. So, okay, what is this place called? It's Tharsis? Oh my god. Okay. So when I saw this word, and maybe this word means something in Star Wars or is adjacent to Star Wars. When I saw this word Tharsis, I'm like, I've seen this word before. And then it just dawned on me. Fort Tarsis is the location in Anthem. It's the social space in Anthem. And I was literally about to say, like, this kind of feels like the social space in Anthem where it's kind of visually cool, but it's just quiet and there's nothing going on. And they called it Tharsis. Is it really one letter difference? Hold on. Hey, yo. Come on, son. And if you look to your left, you'll see the bare minimum. Hit the jukebox. What? Where is my... I swear if Disney copyrights me for that, I'm gonna be pissed off. The mission structure here is also just really bad. You walk back and forth from NPC to NPC getting talked at for literal just minutes straight. It is really boring. So boring, I contemplated just quitting right there and not making this video. You gotta talk to this person, then talk to that person, then walk around this barren map and hit E a few times, only to head back to talk to the first person you were already talking to. I am not exaggerating. This is how they're telling this story. In a span of like 5 to 10 minutes, Drifter talked to me, sent me on some goose chase, just for another NPC to send me back to Drifter, only this time he's talking to me via text, only to disappear to talk to me again in a voice recording. Dude, I came here to talk to Drifter. Wait, that music's cool. I dig that. But I walked in here, talked to Drifter. Then I had to walk somewhere. I walk all the way over to that door. I get sent back here to talk to the other woman. Talk to the ghost. Now the ghost tells me to talk to Drifter? Bro, it's been like 10 minutes. And they don't even got voice lines for this guy. Alright, see ya.
Hey there, hero.
Now he's talking to me. Destiny 2 also seemed to regress in some areas from the last time I played. I used to be very outspoken about how good Destiny's UI is, but is it just me or is there way too much now? And it isn't exactly the most intuitive. Holy text, oh my god. Oh, there's more text! What am I reading on novel? I'm getting shot at. She's talking to me and what is going on? Hold on, let me get in my safe corner. Let me read this. Bro, that's a lot of words. It seems like just the old Destiny tried and true shooting seems to work. I just threw a healing grenade at them, didn't I? I gotta unequip that. No, not into the wall! Y'all didn't see that. So this portal just Edge of Fate expansion. Okay, so it just wants me to play that. Dude, what is going on with this UI? There's so much of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bungie. Oh my god, dude, with the... Stop! Stop sending me so much text. Oh my god, the overload, dude. What is this? Standard expansion. Is this like placeholder text? What does that mean? Standard expansion. Expansion Brave. Customize. Do you want Imperium or Imperium? With -20. I can't tell if I just haven't played the game and I don't know what this is. But the UI has gotten really... It's gotten kind of bad, hasn't it? Also, say what you want about Destiny over the years. I know they've had server issues and whatnot, but I've always felt like Destiny was a polished product. Renegades was the first time I noticed a bit of bugs in a, relatively speaking, short play session. It wasn't anything game-breaking. I didn't crash or drop frames, but there were a lot of small visual bugs and issues with the audio, and I encountered enough of them that I felt it was worth pointing out. Some of these things were just weird, where I wasn't even sure if what I was looking at was a bug, but it just felt like it wasn't polished. Dude, my dude is still... You see that? He wasn't even on the ship. Whoa! This thing kind of glitchy. Holy, look at that thing. Alright, dude. What? What happened to the lights? Even like the NPCs that are like part of the story. Nothing. Is he glitching out? There's gun popping in and out with the camera. What the f? How did I get this? Wait, what? That turned into 6, 7. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. That was so not intentional. But I had 7 and then now I have... So there was 14? What is going on? What is up with this ghost? Why does it... Is it just me or does it look like it's not even floating? Like it looks like it's on a string or something. Like it looks like there's someone that's invisible standing behind it, like moving it around, like holding it in their hand. I'm like noticing like a surprising amount of like little, like nothing big, but just like little glitchy type things. Like for example, I have the Last of Us shell. When you open it, it makes the clicker sound like that. When I go to preview another ghost shell, like I go to the rewards pass and I open it, where is the ghost? Right here. It still makes a sound and it's not the same ghost. There's just like, there's been like several like lack of polish things like that I don't normally feel like are there in this game and in Bungie's other games. It's like it's been nothing big, but just like a little lack of detail, and then it just kind of keeps adding up. To Bungie's credit, you do get to play for a longer amount of time than I initially thought before hitting the paywall. They let you play the first mission, explore the social space, and play around in the new activity. I don't have a whole lot to say about the new activity. It was fine, which I sort of feel like is maybe the overarching problem with Destiny as a whole. Renegades does not seem like it's awful. I don't think Bungie has made an expansion for Destiny that I would call awful. But I also don't want to call Renegades good either. It's fine. If you like Destiny and just want more Destiny, this should do it for you. But broken record here, I know. Destiny needs to be more than just more Destiny, which is likely not going to happen given Sony's acquisition of Bungie. The live service train needs to keep rolling, but that means there isn't enough time and resources to actually innovate and actually do something different, to go away for a while and come back in a few years with something actually new. It isn't necessarily fair to put that on the shoulders of Renegades, but that's sort of the point. There are much bigger issues with Destiny 2 that no expansion, not even with the help of the massive Star Wars brand, is gonna fix. And so far that has been true with the data. Renegades has the lowest concurrent player numbers at launch for any Destiny expansion, including Edge of Fate, and that number is likely to just, unfortunately, keep getting lower and lower. There are people that seem to like this, or say it's better than Edge of Fate, which doesn't exactly sound like a compliment, but it's not enough. And the people that are buying it are pretty mixed by the looks of it. 59% out of 452 are positive. So a little over half. Destiny 2 had a good run, but now is full of greedy microtransactions and lazy content. Bungie has lost its way and won't be getting any more money from me. Entire paid DLCs are vaulted and inaccessible. Would recommend uninstalling. Jeez. That is voted most helpful. $10 season disguised as a $30 campaign with the following: spamming a terrible activity, a ton of references, one cool mission, and a few guns that don't make up for it. No real boss fight like good old Bungie fashion. 2 out of 10, save your money. The only cool thing is the lightsaber. The story is not bad, better than Edge of Fate, but that isn't saying much. In all honesty, it's not worth $40 as I compare to the Witch Queen and or Forsaken. Renegades gameplay is not good. I think Bungie just doesn't care anymore about this game, in my opinion. Soft recommend. This was more positive. A lot of horde shooting in this one, like a lot. I got that feeling. Storyline was okay. Lightsaber and the Renegades abilities are nice, but I mostly forgot to use them since I was already melting stuff in Legend with my build from last season without any seasonal mods. Like with the Edge of Fate, Renegades delivers a solid campaign experience. Also, like the Edge of Fate, the faults and shortcomings of the game are the result of a very visible downgrade in the total content given throughout the expansion's lifespan past the campaign. In this year of content, both Edge of Fate and Renegades, we have received several downgrades, including but not limited to no new strikes, 1 raid instead of 2, 1 dungeon instead of 2, no meaningful seasonal storylines to carry the narrative, just mid-events and broken quote-unquote major updates. Looking at you, Ash and Iron. Is it just me or like... Oh, there's one guy over there. I thought I was in like a private thing. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but like, again, I come from playing Destiny 1 and like the tower is full and then I show up here and it looks... That's probably just a coincidence, but it's sort of metaphorical, perhaps. Contrary to what anyone watching this may think, I really hate making negative videos like this. I had way more fun on the Taken King video. Destiny 2 is not a horrible game. I think the gameplay is kind of gotten too crazy with the enemy density and ability spam, especially coming from Destiny 1. I really enjoyed how much more focused that game is on the gunplay. But Destiny 2 can still be fun. And I don't think Renegades is a horrible expansion. It's just another expansion. And that's the problem. I'm mostly just upset where this game is. I'm sure that there's some fun that could be had in this. Like if you just don't care and, you know, you turn off your brain and you really like Star Wars or something, you could probably have fun with this. That's not even to say that it wasn't well done. Like, you know, the goal of making this like a Star Wars themed thing, I suppose, is being achieved, but it's just like, I just don't like the idea of it in general, I would have preferred them to stay away from the collabs and make something for... If you told me while I was playing the final shape that in like a year or so, we'd be getting this. Oh my god, dude. I was so excited after the final shape of where this would go, and this just ain't it, man. This just ain't it. Like I said before, if you like Renegades and you're somehow still watching this, first of all, thank you. And secondly, keep playing. I've seen some people have issues regarding the price. I don't think I can really speak on that considering I didn't buy Renegades and play through all of the content. Bungie's a big studio. Destiny is an expensive game to make, but $40 is $40. And you as a consumer can spend $40 on this, or only 10 more on Expedition 33, or get 2 copies of Hollow Knight Silksong. But like I said, play what you think is fun. For me, that's really all I've got to say on this. If you enjoyed the video, you can let me know by leaving a like. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on Renegades, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.